Hi, I'm Melissa Rose, Angela from Sleepaway Camp, and I just want you to know that you're watching Mr. Tony of the Dead. Yeah!
Hey everybody, what's going on? Mr. Tony of the Dead here, and I have another movie review for everybody out there. And this time we're going to be talking about Frogman. This movie is from TerrorVision, and it's written and directed by Anthony Cousins. I like to apologize for the pronunciation of these names, but here we go. We have Nathan Timoshik as Dallas, Benny Barrett as Scotty, Sonia Boshik as Melissa, Chelsea Grant as Amy, and many, many more. This movie is about this guy named Dallas, and when he's younger, he actually captures footage of the Frogman on film. And this is back in 1999 when he's filming this. And now it's present day, like 2023. And people know the footage, throughout the world and everything, but they're calling him a hoax. They think it's fake because now that he grew up, he's all into making movies and that. So they're saying that was his first big thing that he ever did, and that it's, obviously a hoax because he just got lucky with making this like movie, this mini movie, and it's, making everybody think that it's real. So now grown up Dallas is incredibly mad about this. He doesn't want to be called a hoax. He said it happened. He was there when it happened. His sister saw it and everything. So he decides to get his two friends, see if they want to come back to Loveland, Ohio, which is where this Frogman is supposedly being seen, and wants them to come and help him do this documentary and prove to everybody that he's not telling a lie, that it's real. And of course the friends accept, but what all three don't know is that there's more to this town of Loveland than just a Frogman. So now Dallas and the rest of them have to decide, should they investigate further into the town and see what this town's secret is? Are they holding a secret? Should he dig deeper into it? Or should they all just, hop out of town before they get croaked? Movie came out in 2023. It's 77 minutes long, and it is unrated. And this is, like I said, it's from TerrorVision, and it is number 75. And I'm going to apologize. Usually I show the movie on here, but there's too much of a glare today for some reason. So that's why you see this lovely image next to me. And so, yeah, Frogman. What could I say about it? I wanted to get this just because, it's TerrorVision, pretty much getting all TerrorVision. And then I found out it was found footage. I forgot to tell you that. It's found footage. Now, before you say, oh, God, found footage, blah, blah, in the special features, now this is where I agree with the director. In the special features, he talks about found footage movies, and he knows it's a big risk that he's taking making a found footage movie because people have this thing about found footage. It was like really big, and then it kind of started to die out. Then it was coming back a little bit, and then it starts to die out. And now it's kind of on the up to coming, making it big again. There's a lot of found footage movies out there that I haven't seen, that I didn't even know existed. But like I said, I agree with him with that. I think it comes out like with anything, really. I think found footage is kind of making its way back. I never thought it left, in my opinion. I'm found footage true and true. I was ready to see Frogman, and then I watched it finally the other night because I plan on doing a review, and which is what you're watching. Isn't that great? And I gotta say, I really enjoyed this movie. I love found footage. I think, even like I said this in another video, the worst found footage movie is better than a lot of movies that I've seen, especially recently. And I'm not saying this is a bad found footage movie, or anything. It's actually one of the better ones I've seen in a long time. I'll be honest. It kind of you follow the friends around, and Dallas is like I said, he's like really pissed off about this whole thing. And there's the girl that he wants to bring with. He finds out that she's going to be moving to LA, and he never told her. And his best friend also works, like, as a barista. And he apparently, this group, they don't really talk about it much, but they used to be a thing together, like the three of them. And they'd make, shoot movies and stuff in college together and stuff like that. And Dallas has like one independent film under his belt that he actually um, you know put out there, and apparently it's terrible. So that's what people know him as. That's why they say like the Frogman thing is his like masterpiece, which is just like a found footage movie. Not found footage, but it's just like kind of like a crappy, high 8 video camera, and you see this big frog in the woods. It's kind of cool. And then that's why he's obviously doing this. But him and Amy in the movie, Amy is the love interest, and something happened with them, and now they're kind of awkward around each other. If you could figure out what that is. And so he goes to the party and everything, and they're drinking and they're having fun, and he convinces her to go. And then his other friend like decides, yeah, you know what, I'm going to do it, because he said, I have a wedding to shoot, I can't do it. And he said, no, I don't want to shoot weddings my whole life, I'm going to do this. So they're on their way out to go to this town, and find the Frogman to prove that the legend is real. And in the vein of, like, I don't want to say Blair Witch Project, because I feel like if that probably is like a bad thing to say, like, oh, it's like the Blair Witch Project. I feel like, oh, I'm in my head, I'm thinking that like probably the found footage community is like, oh, shut up. But it is kind of like it in a way. There's something in the woods that people know are out there, so they start interviewing people in the town, and they're saying like, oh yeah, he's real. And like, he takes girls out there and impregnates, gets them pregnant and stuff like that. So they're like, so Frogman fucks? And he's like, yeah, he does. And it's like a funny moment. But like, these town folks are, they're not, you could tell they're kind of like, it's a small town, everybody knows what color shit you took in the morning, kind of thing. And they go like to the hotel, and then like it has like this whole theme, like, with the Frogman stuff. Like, there's t-shirts and hoodies. It's chocolate, but it's supposed to be like Frogman droppings, like crap, and stuff like that. And there's swamp water for like a drink, stuff like that. So they're playing off, the whole town's playing off the whole Frogman, myth and legend and everything, get the tourists in and doing that. But they come quickly to find out that there is definitely something more to this Frogman than, the town's letting on. And I'm just going to end it with saying that the cop pulls them over and basically says that they have to leave the town. He's like, why? You have to go. You have to leave. Get out of here. While you can. And then that just makes like, what the hell? Okay, let's go. Let's go, Dallas. Just go. Everybody was like, let's go. Let's go get our stuff and get out of here. And he wants to interview this other guy first before he does that. And he is another guy that actually saw the Frogman and has a picture of it, which is in, the thumbnail that I made here, or that I made. And it's a funny picture, because it looks like a frog. It's not like, some kind of like, I mean, it's a huge frog that walks around. That's what it looks like. It doesn't look like a mutated thing or anything. It's a giant frog. And that they see, or like is in the pictures, like, and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. But it's like, is the Frogman real? Is it just like this town's way of getting money to come in? What is it? So like I said, I investigate deeper, and there is a whole lot more going on than you think. And that's the one thing about the movie. it's not a slow movie at first. You know, you're trying to get the character development, which is fine. They're very likable characters. The girl Amy is very likable. Dallas has this mystery side to him. In fact, if you watch the special features, I really don't think um, the actor. I'm not going to butcher your name again, but I really don't think he's too far off from Dallas. I think they're pretty close to like how they are. Like Dallas kind of acts the same as the actor does in real life, like in interviews and stuff. Um, but like he's the actual actor obviously has more it together than Dallas does. But you could tell there's a similarity between real and fiction. And Amy's a very likable character. She does this like Norma Jean something, I forget her name was, and she like they went to like a Goodwill and they got like this like weird cowboy jacket and like a hat and everything. So her and the other friend, they're the cameraman, they're kind of like making this out to be like it's like it's gonna be fun, but like making a joke. And Dallas is like, okay, it's cute what you're doing and everything, but we gotta. I want to stick to this. I want to stick to it, make it real. I don't want to make it a joke because he's trying to prove to everybody that he's not full of it. And then they kind of like start getting, back to like, normal with making it like a real thing and stuff. They stay out in the woods and everything. It's real creepy. You hear things. One thing about a couple of things, I guess, actually about the Frogman is that they say he can control your mind, and they say that this and that about him and stuff like that. Like I can't remember exactly what else they said, but like one of the main things was that he can read your mind, and so maybe that comes into play sometime in the movie. I'm not sure, but when they said that, I kind of thought of Grog, from the Flash. I thought how he can control minds. So I don't know. I don't think they had that in mind for the Frog Man, but you know, still, I believe they shot the movie in Minnesota, and that was because that's where they were all from, and they paid for this movie with out of pocket. Like I don't think they did Indiegogo or anything like that, but basically it was out of pocket, and that's why they couldn't afford to like fly anybody out to somewhere else, like out to like Loveland or anything like that. I believe it's a real place. I should have looked it up, but so like but the Frogman, like the whole legend in that, they so they did in Minnesota, but like it kind of honestly looks, and I say this a lot, it looks like the woods around here. So I immediately was like, is this in Pennsylvania? And it wasn't. Sometimes I look like, and I'm like, oh, that has to be PA, and here it's like upstate New York or something like that. So like it has like kind of like looks like my area. So that like actually brings like more charm to it for me, because I could actually picture it like happening in my like almost in my backyard in a way. And I think that adds more charm to it. And like I said, it's a little bit of a slow burn in the beginning, but not bad, because like I said, you're going to get the character development, and you're learning more about the town and the legend, and how the people around the town are kind of weird and stuff, and something's going on in this town, and it keeps you intrigued. It makes you want to keep watching it and see what is actually what is going on here, what is with this Frogman. And yeah, I'll tell you what, like I said, this is one of the better found footage movies I've seen in a while. Like I said, I was going to get this regardless because it's TerrorVision, but then when I found out it was found footage, I was on the hunt that day to get this movie, I'll tell you. And when it came in the mail, I was so excited. I was so happy that I finally got it. I never even saw it, and I was just so excited for it. And then finally watching it, and I was pleasantly surprised. I would definitely watch this movie again. I really, really did like it. I thought the effects were really cool. And it sounds ridiculous, right? Like it's a frog. And I wish I could spoil things for you. like I usually do, like on like Ghouls of Midnight, we spoil everything. But like in my reviews, I don't like to spoil in case you want to see it. I know you're probably thinking like Frogman, how could that be scary? Even if there was a frog that's like tall, and the myth, I think he was supposed to be like 4 foot something, whatever. But like even a 4 foot tall frog, I mean, it might be freaky in that, but like who would be afraid of it, even if it was walking around or whatever. And which is, what you think. But then when you get to the last half hour of the movie, it's like an overdrive. It's just like bam, everything starts happening. There's like nonstop action the entire last half hour of the movie, and it really like kind of makes up for the slower pace in the beginning. But yet the slower pace you kind of need, because again, it gives you the story. That's what you want, right? You can't just jump around and then you have something like that movie Tin Can that we reviewed on the Ghouls of Midnight, where we don't know what was going on. But yeah, this was straightforward, direct, uh, and it had an ending that was, and I'm not going to say what happens. Like I said, I'm not going to say it, but it does leave it open. And in fact, the directors already talked about it, that they're going to be making a part 2. And I am super stoked for that because yeah, I really like the movie. I'm super stoked to see a part 2 to this. And I can't spoil anything, but it's what he says, the director Anthony Cousins, what he says in the special features about sequels, and the sequel to this, how could they make it where they actually could have a sequel? Because, well, I'm not gonna say anything, but usually it's found footage because the footage is found because everybody's dead. Well, maybe they got around that somehow. I'm not saying anything, but yeah. So yeah, Frogman 2 will be coming out sometime, which will be awesome. I can't wait to see that. Frogman. I mean, the cover alone is just amazing. It's one of the best covers I have seen in a long time too. I think it's super creative. The way the eyes look with like with the light behind it and everything, and the trees, it looks like a frog. Like that, I don't know who did the artwork, but it is absolutely beautiful. It looks amazing. The slipcover, though, it doesn't have any emboss or anything. It's the collector's edition, on here. But the big package deal, I think, had like another case where you could put the slipcover and the movie into, and it had like other things. So it's kind of sucks that I missed out on that, with the big case for it, because I think that would have been awesome to have. But I'm okay with just this, but I still kind of wish I had that. But I'm sure it'll be out there sometime. There's other ones probably people sell or leaking around, on websites. But anyway, yeah, the special features on here too, like it even mentions it on the back. There's like so much on here. It says actually like it's stacked to the gills with bonus features you want to check out before you croak. So yeah, that's pretty funny. But there's like, I'm not gonna read everything, but it's like, of course, commentary with the cast and crew, uh, from Tadpole to Frogman, evolution of the script, the making of the Frogman with the interviews, behind the scenes of special effects, where the special effect artists, they show how they, made it, and what talk about what they had to do and everything and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Um, Baking with Casey Henson, the homicidal homemaker, Frogman edition, Bride of the Beast uncut footage, the soundtrack, outtakes, trailer, and then they went to a Popcorn Frights 2023 to show their movie. So they had like show the interview afterwards with that, and then the Telluride Horror Show 2023 is like this, like I don't know if it's a convention or just or what it is, but it's like you have to take like a, I don't know what do you call it, like a lift, like kind of like, you go skiing up a mountain. It's a lift like that up to this place in I don't know if it's up the mountains or down, but like either way, it's like a kind of a crazy ride to get to this place, and that's where they were talking. I had another interview and people watched the movie and that, and it was like it was crazy. There's a music video on here by a band called Frog Lord, which they play in the movie as well. A short film on here. There's a couple short films in that. The Ballad of Squirt Reynolds. It's a short film with commentary. And then these titles are crazy. Every time we meet for ice cream, your whole effing face explodes. Short film with commentary. And it does have subtitles, which were, very accurate and perfect, which is always nice. And it's a good addition. It's I would have loved to have had some embossment to the slip, and or even to like just the name Frogman, but just all in all, it looks great. It came in the mail in perfect shape too. It was sent in a bubble wrap envelope, which I was a little nervous about, but it came safely. And I gotta say, and this is no shit. Now I haven't watched all of them yet. Okay, I'm gonna say that, but I've watched enough. And out of all the TerraVision releases, I think this is my favorite one. I enjoyed this so much. I really, really liked it a lot. And like I said, I can't wait for part two. Maybe they'll, maybe Anthony to Anthony. Maybe you could put me in the second one somehow. I don't know how we could do that. I'll wear the I'll wear the frog head. I don't care. Um, I'll jump. I know I'm not going to jump. I'm too big to jump. But like, yeah, I would love to be in the movie. I would love to just see it made. If there's an Indiegogo or something, I would totally contribute to it. Um, it's just two of the people behind the movie. Like I said, Anthony Cousins and them. They seem like such a great group of people too. Like they're having fun making it. There is a lot of laughs. I'm sure there was a lot of laughs on set. I'm sure there was a lot of seriousness too, but I could see everybody having a great time, wanting to get to the set. And, I'm sure it was sad when it was over. And man, I really enjoyed it. And I think that Dallas, I think Dallas and Amy were the best ones in the movie. I thought they were fantastic. I thought their acting was great. Amy, with that accent that she did for Norma Jean, was annoying, but like really, really good. Like I knew where she was going with it. And Dallas, you bought his troubledness and stuff like that. You bought that he was in trouble. And like I said, the ending is actually really good. I like the ending a lot. And also, again, they're going to make a Frogman too, and I'm excited. I would even say that I would put this movie in my top 10. I don't really know my list. I have a few, I guess, but I would say that this would probably be in my top 10 for 2024. I know it came out last year, but I just saw it. But like, I would definitely say it's in my top 10 for 2024. I don't know really where in the top 10. I have to think about it, but I really liked it. I would watch it again. I could watch it right now, to be honest. I thought it was good. Um, and I can't wait to see what else they come up with. I know they actually did Scare Package and Scare Package 2. I've only seen a little bit of the second one, but the first Scare Package was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I like it's like a horror anthology. It's got that comedy plus goriness, and the same thing with the second one. And I did like the first Scare Package. So and this is nothing like that. If you didn't like Scare Package, this is not like Scare Package at all. If you love Scare Package, it's from the same I believe the same director and writer. I might be wrong about that, but I believe they made Scare Package as well as this. But there's definitely involvement there anyway. So, and I'm sure somebody will correct me on that in the you know comments. But anyway, yeah. I'm sorry I couldn't hold it up and show you everything, but trust me, it's really cool. I'll try to show you the back of this. I'll try to show you the back. That's the back. If that don't convince you, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But I would say definitely give Frogman a chance. If you're a found footage fan, I think you'll like this one. And I think a lot of people would agree with me about what I said. So let me know your thoughts about this movie if you've seen it or if you want to see it. And let me know in the comment section. And but you can put spoilers in the comment section. But I'm just gonna warn everybody watching: be on the lookout for that. In fact, don't look at that, I should say. You know what I mean? Like because I would like to talk to somebody that's seen the movie and talk spoilers with them. So let me know if that person's you. You can leave a comment below and we'll talk about what you thought about it and everything like that. That'll be fun. Also, is there anything you want me to review? I'll do my best to do that. I'm trying to get back into this again, so we'll see. And I just thought, it's October. I was gonna review something every day this month, but I really can't do it. So I thought, you know what? Start off. Well, technically it's the 2nd of October, but I'll start off October with a review, and the honor goes to Frogman. 2 thumbs up. I usually don't rate these movies. I always kind of either forget or just don't do it. But if I'm going to rate this movie on a scale of 1 to 10 ribbits, I would honestly probably say this is 8.5, maybe a 9. It's like right there. And it's only 77 minutes long. And it doesn't feel like it's a long movie. It flows through very, very nicely. Like I said, keeps your eyes intrigued, and it keeps you wanting to watch it. And that's good. That's good for me. I don't even think I checked my phone throughout the movie. So Anthony Cousins and John Carsko, who actually was the other writer that I have to, of course, mention. I'm sorry I didn't mention earlier. Uh, Great job. That's it, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. And if you could really, please do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up like my buddy Tom Hardy does here. It's it really does help out the channel. And if you're not a subscriber, think about it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. I really appreciate it. And that's it. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.